guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just gonna show you guys how I recreated this sexy smoky eye. It's great for like a girls night out, club night, or a date. I did pair it up with this little sexy dress. I feel like the eye is so sexy that it has to go with an appropriate dress. So just stay tuned and I'm going to show you guys how I did this look. Also, all the products I use will be listed in the description box below. So check it out if you guys are interested in any of the products that I did use. Alright guys, stay tuned.
Okay, so first I start off with a clean face. Oh my gosh, my bags. Oh. Anyway, then I just go in with my NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. I just put a small portion in my hands and I apply this all over my face. My forehead, cheeks, everything. Especially my T-zone because I'm very oily right there. Now I just go in with my foundation. First I use my NARS Sheer Matte Foundation in the shade Medium Dark 3. Then I mix it with my Kat Von D Lock-Tatto Foundation in the shade Medium 57. I then just use a small amount of each foundation and put it on my wrist. And I blend it with my finger. I was having a little bit of trouble getting it out the bottle. Once I'm done blending it with my finger, any of the excess foundation I just place on my face with my finger. I do mix the shades because I do have a bit of a problem trying to find a foundation that matches my shade perfectly. They either have a yellow undertone or it gives me a chalky look. So this works for me. It does come across a little orange on video because my lighting is very, very bright. It doesn't look like that in person, I promise. Then I just go in with my Real Techniques brush and I just basically paint on my foundation all over my face. Once I have it all over my face, I just blend it all in with an off-brand brush from Icing. So to clean up my brows, I just go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Creamy Beige. Right now, I have not gotten my eyebrows done in like 3 weeks, so they do look pretty rough. I haven't tweezed them either. So I have to go in with some concealer and kind of clean them up a bit and make them look a little bit more crisp. My eyebrows, I like to look pretty natural, so I don't do a lot. I don't like beat face eyebrows, or however you want to call it. I like mine pretty natural and simple. I don't add too much to them. I just fill them in a little bit. Once I'm done applying my concealer under my eyebrows, I basically just blend it in using my finger. Like I said before, I really don't do much to my eyebrows. I really like them to look natural. So I don't want any weird harsh lines or anything like that. Then I kind of just bring it down all the way to my eyelids so it can serve as an eyeshadow base too. Well, eyeshadow primer. Now it's time for the eyeshadow. Today I'm going to use my Naked One palette. I love this palette. First, I'm going to go in with the shade Creme. It's a pretty sparkly black color. I'm going to use my Naked eyeshadow, flat eyeshadow brush that came with the palette. I love this brush. It always does the trick. I just spray it with some Fix Plus, so when I put it in the eyeshadow, it'll be really pigmented. Now, I'll just put a little bit on the center of my eyelid, all over my eyelid pretty much, just below the crease. And I'm pretty silly because I shouldn't have put my foundation on first, because the eyeshadow does bleed all over my face. So I'm going to have to go in after I'm done applying my eyeshadow and clean it up a bit with my makeup wipes. Now I'm going to do that on the other lid. It looks pretty harsh right now, and I will tell you guys, I am not the best at blending, and this is my first time trying such a smoky eye. I usually keep my eyes pretty neutral, but I've been wanting to try this sultry smoky eye look for the longest time. Okay, so I look a little weird right now, but it's okay because we're going to blend it out and it's going to look much smoother. So I use my e.l.f. blending brush, and I basically just go over and blend that out as much as I can so it doesn't look as harsh. I'll just wipe off the excess eyeshadow with a fan brush. I believe it's some off-brand brush from e.l.f. Then I'm going to get my Naked palette and go in with the shade Buck. I'm going to put this shade in the crease area using a Real Techniques eyeshadow brush. Just go in with the crease and basically follow the line of your crease. I just take the brush in a sweeping motion back and forth to blend that brown in with the black, so the black kind of transitions to a lighter brown, softer brown color. And I wish I had some tape to make it look sharper, but I don't have any tape. So I was basically freelancing, and I'm not the best at blending eyeshadow, but hey, I think it did turn out good in the end. So now I'll do that on the other eye. I tried to fast forward it a little bit because this video is pretty lengthy, and I hope I don't bore you guys too much, but I did try to fast forward as many bits and pieces of the clip as I could. So I'm just going back over just to clean it up a little bit. I know it does look a little harsh right now, but don't worry, we are going to clean it up to make it look a little more crisp and cleaner. So I love these simple cleansing facial wipes. They are God sent. Love them. So I'm just going to go in with them and clean that up a bit on the edges. The eyeshadow was bleeding everywhere and made me look like I was a raccoon. And then underneath the eyes, it's okay if we take off some of the foundation because we are going to highlight and have that highlight contour pop in. So it's okay. So once I got that cleaned up, I just rub it with my finger a little bit to keep blending it out. The best thing to do with these smoky eye looks to me is just blend, blend, blend. So I went back in with Creme because I felt like I blended it out a little bit too much. So now I'm just going to go in. Sorry. So I went back in with Creme. All right. Going to put that all over my eyes because I felt like the color was fading away because I did blend it a lot. Go back in with my blending brush. Wipe the excess. Now I'm going to go back into my palette and use the shade Darkhorse. This is just a darker sparkly brown, and I'm basically just going to put it over my crease of my eye because I felt like Buck was kind of, the black was just overtaking it and you couldn't really see it. So this shade is just going to make my crease stand out a little bit more. And now you can see that it looks like the black is transitioning a little better. Before with the Buck, I feel like you couldn't really see it as much. So I just wanted to add that to make it stand out a little bit more. So I'm just going to keep cleaning it up. And blend, blend, blend. I heard that is the trick to get your eyeshadow looking right. Now I'm going to go in with this little e.l.f. flat brush. And I am going to highlight underneath my brow, going back in my Naked palette using the shade Virgin. Just basically put a little bit underneath my eye, just to highlight my eyebrow. Not too much because I don't want it to be too bright. And on the other side, and we just do that. So before I put on my falsies, I did put on some mascara. I used the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. I love this mascara. I did put on some eyeliner because I felt like my eyes were missing something. Sorry I didn't record it. I totally did it last minute. Then I used my Artist Couture Glow Powder in the shade Gold Digger, and I just went over my eyeshadow just to make it shimmer and pop a little bit more. As you can see, as I'm applying it, my eyes are just popping. Like it's glowing. It just looks so pretty. I love how it's shimmering. Then I went in with my falsies. I didn't record me putting them on because I'm pretty slow with that. Now on the highlight, I'm using my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Custard. Just got this concealer and I love it. It is so smooth and it just goes on like butter. So I just put this on in dapping motions, kind of in a triangular shape under both of my eyes. Highlighting is my favorite part of makeup, highlighting and contouring. I love a nice highlight, but I don't like it too bright. Then I just put some down the center of my nose because that is one of your highlighting spots, as well as the above your lip and on your chin. Then I go on with my beauty blender, which I just got not too long ago. Spray it with some Fix Plus. Get it pretty moist. And then I just dap and get that highlight popping. Blend it all in. Blend it really, really good. You don't want it to stand out and not be, just when your makeup isn't blended, you can really tell, and it does show the difference. Then I just go in with my MAC Prep and Prime highlighter in the color Light Boost. I don't use this often because it is very, very bright, but when I'm going for a light highlight, which I like sometimes, it's not too bright, but I apply a little bit of it in that same triangular shape, but not too much because I don't want to be too bright under the eyes, because that looks kind of bad in your pictures. Then once I'm done that, I'm going to set it with my Ben Nye Luxury Powder in the shade Banana, which I told you guys on my last video that I am obsessed with because it is a life changer. It's just made me made my highlight just look even better than it did before. So I'll use that with my little sponge and just, I think people call it what, bake. And I basically just dap it all under my eyes. Not too much because this is costume makeup, and if you put too much on, you will look like a clown. So I just dap that all on, and don't worry, I am going to brush off the excess in a minute. Now I'm going to contour using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Give Me Sun. I love this skin finish. It is the perfect shade for me to contour. By the way, the brush I am using to contour is the MAC 163 brush. I forgot to mention it because I was talking your head off about the mineralized skin finish. I put it on the hollows of my cheek and I kind of just bring it downwards. And then I put it all around my hairline and underneath my chin. Right now it does look kind of harsh, but don't worry, I am going to blend it out. Just brush off the excess banana powder. Now I'm going to blend out my contour with my contouring elf brush. Blend that out so it looks better. Then I'm going to go in with this elf, I believe it's a eyeshadow brush, but I use it to contour my nose. Just bring it down my nose on each side by my eye and on the tip of my nose. Then I just go in and blend it out with my fingers. Now I'm going to go in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Gold Deposit. I love this stuff. So I'm just going to put that on the hollows of my cheek where I did my contour. And this basically is just going to help my contour pop a little bit more and just make it shimmery, because I'm addicted to makeup that has any type of shimmery, sparkly look to it. So as you can see, it already has made a difference and made my contour pop out a little bit more. I love it. And that is just my fleeky face dance. Now I'm going to go in with my blush, Warm Soul. Love that blush. It's my favorite. Go in with the Sephora brush. Smile and get the apples of my cheek. Now I'm going to go in with my Artist Couture Glow Powder in the shade Yes. I love this stuff. It is the bomb, guys. So I'm just going to use a fan brush that I also purchased on his website and just in a sweeping motion go right underneath my eyes towards my ears. And I kind of tend to use a lot of this stuff because it does give you such a glowy look. It's not called glow powder for nothing. It makes your highlight amazing. If you guys don't have it, you need to purchase it. I believe his name on Instagram is Mac Daddy. I'm pretty sure you guys probably heard him, but the stuff is amazing. Then I go on with my mascara, and I'm just going to apply that to my falsies just to make them stand out a little bit more. Then I go in with my NYX eyeliner and just put that on my waterline. Now it is time to put my mascara. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I go back in with Creep from my Naked palette just to go underneath on my lash line. Now I do my mascara. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Now it is time for my lips. Today I chose to use the MAC lipstick in the shade Creme de Nude. It is one of my faves. I love nudes. I'm trying to get into wearing more bright colors. I'm going to work on that this summer, but before I put on the lipstick, I'm going to go in with a brown lip liner. This is a random lip liner from, I think, a drugstore or a hair store. And I'm just going to put that all over my lips. Once I'm doing that, I'm going to put my lipstick over it. Then just to make my lipstick pop a little more, I'm going to put a gloss over it. I'm going to use the MAC lip gloss in the shade Oyster Girl. It is one of my faves. Never gets old to me, in my opinion. Then I'm just going to set my face using my Fix Plus spray. And that's it. We're all done. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope this is useful for you guys.